You see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So I think we should go back a bit. I can hear myself a bit. Are you on? Is your audio on speaker? Oh, that's better. Yeah. All right. So I think we should go back a bit because we did some stuff in the middle of the day. And one of the things was introducing to ADB. Well, let's recap from yesterday. Yesterday, there was this problem where when we introduced the associated type, we started adding the lifetime to the trait. And just by virtue of doing that, it bubbled up all the way into our main, I guess, entry class ADB. And that was a little bit problematic. So instead, putting it on the function allowed us to just associate the lifetime of line, like here, really into the scope of this, and also associate it to that associated type. So, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, we can kind of... We identified it was wrong for the lifetime to be unstructured.
Yes.
And just didn't think of putting the lifetime on, or templating a method in the lifetime.
Yeah, and if we think about that a bit more, I guess it means that when you declare a lifetime on the struct impl or whatever, it then coerces the lifetime to be of the same lifetime of the struct, right?
No, we
Oh,
like
hold on, sorry, let me rephrase. So let's say I have a method here, fn dog, like that, right? If I say the lifetime is that, and it's on the trait, I'm saying it's of the struct's lifetime.
Well, the struct would have a lifetime parameter.
Yeah, so let's say it was like this, right?
You would need to see it in the struct parameter.
Yeah, so let's say it's like this then.
Yeah, that's the power is the same as the struct.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the input bit.
No, but think about it for a second. I'm putting lifetime on self. That has significance, right?
That's the lifetime of self. That's not the same as the lifetime that the struct is templated on, which is probably not going to be the self lifetime. It's going to be the lifetime of something else that's referencing.
Well, so the lifetime you specify here in the generic section is just like defining it. It's in its use case that it narrows it down and
That's different to the self lifetime.
Sorry?
That's different to self lifetime. Like self is the instance of the ADB versus the templating lifetime means it's got a reference to something else, and so it's the lifetime of something else.
Yes. I guess we haven't hit that yet, but we might. The other thing that we covered was that command, which was, part of the standard library under process, is actually part of Tokio. And Tokio is able to spawn a command, get the standard out, and we're able to actually get a reader to which we saw there was this library for getting a stream for the reader. And that was in Tokyo Stream, which I had to use this feature. And so with a stream, it's essentially like an iterator where we're able to go reader.next, and this is going to get the next thing. And we kind of saw that in the tests that I had. If I comment all this out, yeah, so I've got this next.await, and it's going to print the thing. And so let me just double check that I'm connected to ADB. It's off. Hold on. But yeah, note that this is an async function, and next on the Tokyo stream is going to act like an iterator and get the next value. So once I'm connected, nah. Cool. All right. So we were starting to implement the next method that was defined by this async trait, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that next method, hang on, I'm just gonna do something. Just give me a sec. What? Okay, never mind. Just hold on. Yeah. So that next method is async, and it's going to return something from the associated type. So I'm just going to see if I can actually use that name, because maybe I can. Okay, so we need the type. And considering that S is a line part strategy, which has the part type already, I wonder if I can like do this.
Probably.
Of course, it expects a lifetime, so let's give it. Cool. Now, if I just return none, what's happening? Ooh! Future cannot be sent between threads safely.
Why does it need to be between threads?
Because it's using async?
Huh. Async means it needs to be able to pass between threads? Okay. I guess we gotta learn how to do send.
Yeah, so what is it saying? Required for the cast to the object type die in future where the output is this option line part strategy part type. And like that's the return type of that async function. And it's saying that this needs to be plus send. Can I like just say this is plus send? Well, okay. So, assuming that worked,
the next doesn't seem right.
What is send?
It needs part type to be send, doesn't it?
Part type is contained within here.
But that doesn't make it send. S is send. Something else.
I guess we'll keep going and then we'll see what kind of errors we get, yeah? So we want to get the line, and so to get the line we have a reader. And reader now has next, which allows us to call next.await. And what does that give us? Well, if we look at the type, it's an option result string error. Okay, so we know that we can use question mark and then that will return none if it's none. So now we have this result string. So if we were going to construct the parts, we've got self.strategy.parts, which takes a string reference. So if I like do dog.unwrap here, what's going to happen? If I return that with some, it's not happy. Yeah, here we go. Mismatch types, expected associated type, and then it found where's the option? Isn't it meant to return an option? But it's
Yeah, that's weird.
unless it's actually part of the call site.
Try let's just try it again. What to do?
Okay, there's a problem here. Temporary value dropped while borrowed. Consider using a let to combining to create a longer lived value. Alright, so I unwrapped the string into horse. I use that to
What's that?
catch the parts, line parts.
It's option.
Oh, it's already an option.
There
Interesting.
you go.
Yeah, and so here we have a problem
Yeah,
because
so it was
that's where
complaining
the
about the thing inside sub was.
yeah. So if we now put
Is it still complaining about the dropping lifetime something with the horse?
of horse does not live enough because we we put the string into horse, and then we create the parts. But as soon as like this function exits, horse is dropped, and therefore this is now dropped.
Oh, so we're not using line.
Oh right, yeah, that's a good point. This should be using line. Okay. All right, so line is somewhere else. It's got a lifetime. So maybe I don't need this then.
Where does line come from?
So line will come from. Oh yeah, right. So line has to be.
Should next be taking a line?
Probably not. Yeah, like this is actually the line.
But now we have that problem that the lifetime is inside this function.
Yeah.
So you can't return it.
And so that's where I'll need this. So if I have current line is a string, option string maybe. And then we default car line to none. Alright, so this is going to be of type string, and I can do self.carLine is equal to the line, so it's moving it in some line. And then I guess take the reference of unwrap this. Oh, whoops. So this is already moved, right? When I do this. So I need to do like cannot move. Wait, what? Does parts need to move the thing?
What does unwrap do? What's the signature? There you go, T.
Oh,
That's the problem.
that is a problem. Is it like unwrap ref or something?
Hmm.
What did it say? As ref or something?
Yeah, as ref and then unwrap.
Hey. Ooh.
And now you need to set LLT. So you needed
That was for the
not
line.
LLT anymore.
Yeah,
Just call it
it's
A and say that its self is lifetime.
like that.
Yeah.
And so this thing, what will that LBA?
And maybe you don't need that template grab part anymore. What's the error that it says? I need to update the trait.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Where self?
I don't know, make them the same, I guess.
I can't. This will not work.
No, was there? Wait, what? Why was it okay before? I'm confused. I don't understand. Why was it okay with LLT before?
Because we didn't have
Red.
so if I get rid of that,
That's weird.
once I put the lifetime on self, it's like saying that this needs to have a lifetime where context clause for self is a. Where do I even put that? I put there? No.
Maybe after the template.
What the hell does that even mean?
I mean, it's yeah,
What does that mean?
yeah.
And I have to do this again.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I guess. I imagine it has to be on that line. You need,
Oh?
you don't have quote A.
Oh, for here.
Yeah. Can you put it on that line?
Yes.
Wow.
What the hell does this mean?
There we go. Going into the crazy Rust syntax. Why is your cursor like offset?
Because it's rendering the markdown.
Oh, okay. That's the... It's not rendering that markdown.
So this happened when we introduced a lifetime to self.
Of self in a method.
So that was here.
And probably, like, maybe it was also related to the fact that that type is a return type with the same lifetime as self.
Yeah.
Not really why.
Something like that. Alright, so we got our line. We get our current line. Oh, that's the other thing. So options as ref. So in this line, we have So Caroline is an option string, and oops. And the method parts takes a stir, need to call as ref before unwrap because unwrap goes from something T to T. The hell? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a better name. So this is our parts, and then I guess we can just do that. So we should be able to now go adb
You know
dot.
Yakult, the
Huh?
drink thing. You know Yakult.
I didn't hear what you said. What?
You know Yakult, the drink.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
That's what my cat's nose smells like.
Okay. Fair enough.
There should be a print macro that just takes one thing. So you don't need to write that thing. That's the formatting.
Alright, so let's test this. Hey, look at that! Look at it!
That works.
It worked!
Set for Caroline. Yeah, I'm actually surprised
Me too. Like,
that we didn't run into like 3 more issues.
so we added like the send trait, and we.
That I don't understand.
No, I didn't understand it. For the async
send-
method.
Send is implicitly implemented under certain conditions, and I guess that was the case here.
Yeah, I think it's related to when you call await. Added lifetime constraint.
I guess the future could be running on a different thread, and when you're awaiting that result, you need to be able to send it between threads.
Cool. Yeah, like, it's a bit of a mystery what send is doing. Types that can be transferred across thread boundaries.
And I suppose string is one of those.
So what defines the ability to send it across thread boundaries? What's the implementation of trait that you need to interface?
Yeah, why is the trait empty? What the hell?
What do you have to implement for send?
I'm pretty sure it's like a send function. Is there any impulse for send?
Yeah. They're all like hidden underneath.
Yeah.
And there's bang send. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, what's that?
Is that like don't send?
Not send. Yeah, we can look at the send like before.
Send and sync. Yeah, we could do that. Alright, we should probably understand it instead of just using it. But,
Safe to send it to another thread. Safe to share between threads. T is sync if and only if ampersand T is send.
so it's talking about the reference to the thing is send?
I can't understand why that relates how that either. Yeah.
Unsafe traits. That means they are unsafe to implement. and other unsafe code can assume that they're correctly implemented. Since they are marker traits, whatever that means, they have no associated items like methods. Interesting. Correctly implemented simply means that they have intrinsic properties an implementer should have. Incorrectly implementing send-async can cause undefined behavior. They're automatically derived traits. That means, unlike other traits, if a type is composed entirely of send-async types, then it is a send-async. So you just mark your stuff with send and sync?
Well, we didn't do that. We added a constraint. You don't have to
For...
mark anything.
Yeah, sorry, not mark, I meant constrain your thing. If you just constrain your types, generic types or whatever, to primitives and also like things that are constrained of send and sync, then they become send and sync themselves.
Yeah, I don't think you constrain primitives, but yeah.
I didn't say constrain primitives. I said if your thing just contains primitives or things generics that are send or sync constrained. Ref cell is not send or sync, so you can't use that for multi-threading?
You need ARC.
Oh, of course, yes. Raw pointers are strictly speaking marked as thread unsafe as more of a lint. Doing anything with raw pointers requires dereferencing, which is already unsafe. In that sense, one could argue that it would be fine to mark them as thread safe. So you impulse send for your thing.
Yeah, and it's got to be unsafe impulse. And in that sense, it is like a marker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for it to be a trait, but I guess yeah.
Look at this. So when you want to say that it's not sync,
Not send and not send. Yeah.
that's kind of cool. Negative impulse.
So that's like equals delete for the default constructors and stuff.
Yeah, this is a nice thing to have.
So what are they doing it on?
Special thread token.
I mean the real code that we saw with the bank thing.
Oh, right.
There's the pointers.
So they're marking that pointer to T as not thread safe. All right, so next what we want to do, what do we want to do next? We want to
make you could try making a different strategy.
I think we're ready to start making main, where we introduce
where are we calling this?
We're not calling it. I was just
okay.
Yeah. So we haven't even started that. We've just got our logging library.
Building the call site now.
Yeah, and then we want to like pretty much follow that monkey patch thing.
We should do the async thing, so we'll have this going and at the same time have something else printing
yeah,
the standard
sure.
out concurrently.
Yeah, good idea.
That would-
Alright, so that's our test of concurrency. So let's introduce an async function that's gonna just like sleep print, and we'll just give it a string to print every some period. Okay, so our main loop is gonna like create our ADB. Can I get this ADB because it's not public? This is public. Cool. Strategy needs to be.
I have an idea. This is sort of backtracking that. I'm just thinking about how we store the line on ADB.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a hack to do that. Like, it's a bit unnice to have to add that field and be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, what if we, like, what you really want to do is store the line on the parts. And so it's just referencing inside that string. But
Sure.
you can't have self-referencing structs like that. What if we returned the line and the line parts together
Oh, is it a tuple?
as a couple? And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, just the other things referencing that thing. And so it's basically like self-reference, but they're being split, so it doesn't get
Yeah.
together.
We can try that. So you mean like that?
Oh, but how do you get the lifetime of string?
Maybe you don't need it. Let's just implement and see what we get.
You need to say that the part type lifetime parameter is the
Is
same.
the same as string, yeah. But let's just go with it for now. Oh, we're saying it's
Yeah,
this
we wouldn't.
yeah,
wouldn't
this
refer
this
to
this A doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
really
it's kind
the
of holding that part. Where it's like,
yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure what to put here. I'm just gonna put A for now. See what happens.
See what happens.
Oh, it's already complaining because there's no A. It's undeclared.
How do we get the lifetime of the string?
What if I just give it an A?
Hmm.
And then it has this S will not live long enough.
Yeah.
And then I gotta put this here. Oh, but it doesn't know about A.
Yeah, maybe we can't do it.
Oh, no, maybe I can do it here, where S, A. Yeah, that worked. So then Yeah, we can just do all this
Like what?
without returning the.
Not those two.
Uh, I can't do that because, yeah,
But
it's
you want
not.
an option of people.
Yep, yep. True, true, true.
You don't want to.
What's going on?
Too many angle brackets.
Oh, am I missing an angle bracket? Too many. Too many. Oh. True. Yeah, so I want this tuple to be there. And I'm missing one there.
Yeah, too many.
Too many. Oh, you mean this is unnecessary, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting cold. Alright, so what's the error? Lifetime parameters or bounds method do not match the trait declaration, so if I add... Yeah, so I've got this, I don't have that, and I've got a lifetime on that thing, so... change output, what? Did it lose the send part? Where did this,
Maybe the where like changed.
yeah. Wait, expected one argument, found two. Well, I guess I have to do that. And S might, alright, let me put the S back in, see what happens.
I think I kind of worked it out.
Yeah.
This tuple, if we try to do this, will be self-referenced and stuff like that.
So you think it's really to do with the lifetime being self-referencing?
Yeah, if you look at the tuple is self-referencing. If you have the second...
Oh, the string within the... But it doesn't really say that clearly by this message, does it?
I think it's more... There's no error for it because there's no syntax for it.
Right. So we're just like hitting the limits here of what you can do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice idea, but like...
I was trying to cheat the Rust system, but like, no.
I think it's still pretty good to just like move the string that you get from this, like the string itself you can't avoid, like it's gonna be generated from this thing and then you just move it in, so you're not like copying it, and then once you've got it in the struct you're just like referencing it, so that's cheap.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, you want to do that without storage though. But the storage is not going to be huge. It's just one line.
Right? It's more it's kind of ugly that it has to live in anything.
I get it. But, you know, it's also maybe useful as a sort of marker of where you're at.
Sure,
like, yeah, it is like just showing us, you know, what the flexibility of it got limited to that because we needed to keep it alive. Anyway, so let's say I have Tokyo spawn, move. I think that's the syntax, right? Is that the syntax? Async move. Whoops. So do we like do this twice? And then we'll go like while loop. And then we'll have like sleep duration every 2 seconds we'll get a log. And then we'll go adb dot next, print that. Dot await. Oh wow, it's doing it on my own thing. I have to add the parser trait. Look at that.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then we'll loop and call sleep print. Oh. All right. From other thing, hello world.
We have this thing called branch party, which is every couple of months, every couple of versions of Chrome, we just have a team get together and talk about stuff. And part of it is like saying who's new since the last branch party. And I saw Jake.
You saw Jake?
I'm not sure if this is the Jake. Did Jake have a kid?
Yes.
Like a newborn? Okay, it's Jake. Like one of the things as a new person, you get some random question. There's like an icebreaker sort of thing. You know?
Oh yeah.
Questions like, what thing would you like to learn? And then the answer was like, I would like to learn to not need sleep.
Oh yeah. 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 Oh, that's cool that you met him.
He was on BT, but yeah. Fairly great. Yeah.
Early brace. There we go. All right. Moment of truth.
Oh, did you? Whoa, hang on.
Wait a sec.
Hang on.
Yes. Sec.
Wait, what sleep print? Where's that?
Sleep
okay.
print. Oh, it's up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was just print. Like,
So this is gonna exit straight away.
No. Oh, main is.
Yeah. So I need something to like keep it alive.
How do you normally? Is there like a join?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like a join on these two things? Does this spawn return a feature?
I think so.
Yeah.
Join
this one
handle.
returns-
Yeah. Join handle and then a dot. Await.
Hey, doesn't wait, does it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what counts. Wait, what? Why is it billion?
Oh, I know why. Because I didn't await the sleep.
Hello.
It's a bit like Python then. It just does it.
Yeah. It's JavaScript. From logging run. Oh my
Look
God,
at that! So good!
Nice.
So good!
Go Rust
So
Async.
good.
Tokyo good.
This is awesome. So good. So what we want to do is actually communicate between one, like A and B, and we want to communicate the log. So is there a way for us to do that? Well, there's a thing in Tokio that this thing goes into. And they use
Can
this.
they get access to like a shared thing?
Yeah, this is what the thing is. MPSC.
Oh, channel.
Yes.
What does that stand for?
Multi-producer, single consumer, queue. So it's just a message thing.
Mm.
And used to communicate between sync and async code. And if you read this, it talks about so if you need a bounded channel, you should use a bounded Tokio MPSC channel for both directions communication.
I wonder if it's unnecessary between async and async code. From sync to async code. Or sending from async to sync code. I wonder, it might not be the case, but I wonder if both sides are async, then it's like maybe it can just work.
But yeah, what would you use then? Sync? What's sync? Set of tasks where they operate independently may be executed on a separate physical thread. This is not message passing. Tasks operate independently and send messages to each other to synchronize. Doing so, they're just avoiding shared state. What?
Example? Got this one shot single value from a single producer to a single consumer, so I guess that's slightly different. But...
Well, I think in this case it is going to be that because the logging is never going to have to receive anything. Like maybe if it says like pause or something, you might want to stop it from sending.
That can happen multiple times.
Yeah, and also it can happen in the GUI itself. It can just be like.
Oh wait, but this is about single producer, single consumer, but also single value.
Actually, I think the two-way communication is good because if the logging is happening all the time and you go like pause, you want the terminal user interface to be like stop sending me stuff and just like suspend, don't call next.
Yeah, or even like drop the next, so it's like.
Yeah, so I think yeah, that would be good to have two-way communication. So maybe not this one. And then we're on to this one, which is what we were on.
Many to many. Wait, but it's called MPSC.
What was the
sorry, many values from many producers.
That's the same thing. MPSC.
Is that actually the same?
It's actually the same. Yeah.
Okay.
So they produce a producer and a mutable receiver, and they have a buffer size of this. The buffer size, I think it's of the templated thing that you're going to receive. So it's like however big that is. In the case that we have, it's going to be like log part, I guess. They spawn an async thing that is happening. So in this case, that's going to be our while true loop for next. And then we're going to send that on the MPSC channel and await it. And then some other thing is happening. I assume that can be in another async loop. That's going to just receive. Yeah. So
do you know why it's called TX?
Transmitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know why it's called X?
That's a convention for like receiving, and it's a convention. Receivers and producers are often called transmitters and receivers with an X, whatever that means. So I guess for this example, I'm going to explicitly import the line parts, which we've defined as the struct which we want to return from. Oh no, lifetimes. I just...
I floated the question to other people, and I have the solution
For what? Sorry?
for the string returning.
Oh yeah. What's the
So
solution?
for all the parts, instead of returning a string reference, you would return a range, and so you would have your original
range.
string in
You
the
mean like a
line part
slice?
struct, and then you would return.
Sorry, what do you mean by range? Range?
Rust range.
Is that just a slice though?
Not quite. It's less than a slice. It's start and end as indices.
Okay. So let me try that.
Slice is like a range applied to an array.
Yeah, because a slice is just the memory pointing location to some start and end, right? That's why I thought slice is
So
that.
a range is just the indices.
Oh, just the indices. Oh, okay. So
So you would need to apply it onto the original
to
string.
the original string, I see.
Yeah.
But hold on, the string is in the function.
So yeah, you would include the string in the line part struct. So it gets
Okay.
moved out.
Yeah, so it gets returned with the
And
parts.
This capture name, blah blah blah. I remember when we looked at the square bracket notation,
Yes.
the index.
Yes.
It used range, so that range is like already exists. It's possible to just get the range part.
Was it like FN index?
Yeah. Might be.
No, it returns a string slice.
But it gets it from something. Oh, wait, are we in? No, we want to be on match.
Okay. I don't think that had index though. It was on captures.
If you're in match, look for range.
Was it matches or match?
Match.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing, yeah, here.
Yeah, okay.
Range.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're able to get the match by name and then call range, we could store that as fields, and then we don't need the
The right.
It would then make reading those values like more painful.
Yeah.
So you need to apply that range to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Meh.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it's good to know how you would do that if you're going to return something inside a function that needs to keep its lifetime. You just return it inside the thing as well. Like that's essentially the same thing as me storing it though. Like, I mean, me storing it as a string as opposed to returning parts with the string inside it.
The main difference is the scope of that string is no longer like
type to be
globally.
Right.
It's
yeah, okay.
still a type scope.
Yeah, so it's more like it can flow wherever it needs to go and keep the lifetime of whatever it is versus this thing has to survive.
Versus putting it right up there.
Like, yeah, as a global like variable. Yeah, I get you. How do I make this mutable? Do I just say mut here? Yeah. So we get our thing, and then we want to send this thing. And we actually give it the thing to send. All right. Unwrap. Wait, what is this thing? I thought it was a line parts. It's an option line parts, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we can't use the question mark here.
Huh? Isn't this an option line part? I'm confused.
What does the ID say?
Oh, it says it's this crazy shit.
Oh, we're not awaiting.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Yeah, nice. Cannot borrowable mutable.
Wait, should that be a reference?
Yeah, I can make it a reference.
I'm confused. Why is it borrowing?
Oh, that's better. Oh no.
I'm confused.
So I think it's because line is on ADB. So we're actually encountering that problem where it wants me to send a line part, but can I just send a reference to line part?
The thing that I just talked about would solve that.
I know,
But
because it's
just
asking me for a T, right? Can't I just send the reference to the thing rather than the actual thing? Do you know what I mean? Can I?
I'm not sure that solves the lifetime issue.
Oh yeah, true. All right, let's do it that way then. Damn it!
We got forced.
We got forced.
That's kind of sad.
It is.
We didn't really have an option.
Yeah, we have to be more functional, and that makes sense in multi-threaded context. You don't want it to have global state. So our parts has to actually contain the string. Oh. Hello.
Yeah.
So instead of assigning it there, our parts now contains the string, and that way we can say that the part type is not going to be of this. It's just going to have its own lifetime. You there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and in this case, the lifetime is going to be the same as the line, so that's fine. I'm just gonna make this all small. But how do I say that this string has the same lifetime as these?
No, you gotta store the ranges.
So I don't store the string?
You store the string, but you don't store slices. You store a range.
Okay, so these are ranges, you mean?
Yeah. I think it stood up range. Oh, yeah, whatever the match thing was. We're just gonna call match range. Yeah, we'll store that range, you guys.
Um, Goodbye, lifetimes. So these lifetimes are kind of relevant, right?
Relevant,
They're not relevant anymore.
irrelevant. Yeah, yeah. Kill them.
All that lifetime stuff, just to get rid of it. I guess, yeah, we were overthinking it. Oh, I don't know. How would you describe
Well,
what
they're
just
trying to
happened?
do what you would do in C++,
Yeah.
and trying to be all lifetime about it, since that's what Rust is all about. But turns out I guess the real answer is much simpler than that.
Yeah. Just flow on the thing with you and store something that doesn't depend on lifetime.
Store the keys into it rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
And I'm relatively satisfied with that. Like it's technically more expensive to have to apply the range to the string, but it's like so trivial. It's a plus.
How do I get the match?
Name returns a match.
Oh, name. So I give it the name and then dot range. How did you remember that it had range?
I noticed range, and it was interesting.
Oh wow, I am lost for words how you did that.
Range is a nice primitive. I take note of core primitives when I see them. Speaking of, I was reading about solid.js, and
Oh,
got
yeah.
these 3 primitives for reactivity, and like, really, I recommend reading up on that.
I've heard about it. That it's yeah, it'd be interesting to know how it does its, stateful refreshing type stuff.
You know how we were talking about like building dependencies and stuff?
Yes.
It does that.
Interesting.
It does that.
Like
Pretty cool.
it does the search of its like tree and stuff.
You have a templatey thing, and uses some values, and so you've got a read and a write for each. They call signals. And if you have a template that's reading a signal, which is just a bit of data, it keeps track of that and sees that, okay, this thing depends on that data.
Yeah.
The fact that you read it. Yeah. And it's got both like runtime version of that and compile time analysis. Like compile time build a dependency tree of templates to data and stuff and can optimize things. But it's pretty cool.
You'll have to have a look. Why does it want the lifetime? There's no lifetime.
What?
I'm just gonna get rid of this send. Just get rid of all the stuff.
There.
Lifetime parameters does not match the trait declaration, and this is on parser. I don't have any lifetimes.
That error message that you're missing the emphasis.
Alright. Yes, thanks. Oh god.
Nothing to do with lifetime. What are you talking about lifetime?
Yeah.
This time is factor.
So we want to store the string, so that's gonna come out of this. How does this work again? Option. So I should be able to. Wait, what?
Can we see oh, you know what?
This should be
That
string.
is string. And
Yeah.
then it can move it.
That's
And
exactly.
we just avoided a copy.
Yes.
We just killed a copy. I mean, we would have killed a copy if we'd moved from the beginning as well.
I have to do this plus send thing. Cool. I guess let's make sure it works. So when it gives me back those parts, I still need to extract the values out for the parts type. Oh, here we go. String. Consider moving the borrow, sure. I'm moving it. That's what I want.
Set it to empty string, and then set it to line afterwards. After you grab. So the issue is capture is referencing a string.
Okay.
So you can't move the string while it's being borrowed.
So because it was in that one line.
You were using references to it at the same time as moving.
Right.
It had, yeah, 2 days. That's the reference. Or use those expressions.
Yeah.
I guess you could also be setting these as local variables, and that wouldn't be so bad because you could do that shortcut syntax fields. Yeah.
So I still need to extract the stuff from the line parts, right? So I need line parts to have a method on it that will take the ranges and the string and actually output the stuff. And what do I want to return for that? Do I want to return new strings from that?
Where is this getting called?
So whatever needs to use it needs to grab this and have a method on line parts to actually convert this to.
They just apply it to the line with the square bracket.
Oh right, I see. So you just go. This is probably because it's an option.
Oh yeah. is how that's a string.
String, yeah.
Yeah, how do we splice string?
Like that.
Oh, yeah, that crazy ass thing. Like, yeah,
Yep,
yeah, that thing,
yep,
which I still don't understand.
yeah. Okay,
Well,
so that's how you get the things.
so it's like the square brackets and the ampersand kind of like go together.
Yes, for slices they do, yes.
Yeah, weird. I wonder if they're different methods. It's probably a different value of self.
Probably, yeah. Goodbye, lifetimes. It's like, we did all the lifetime stuff, now goodbye. Alright,
You know
so,
when you play a game and like there's side quests and you do side quests enough that you level up and then the next boss you encounter is like you're overpowered for where you're
uh-huh,
expected to be because you did too many like, side quests.
uh-huh, yeah.
That's kind of what happened here.
Mm.
Sort of the range thing first, and then when we hit this issue, it's like, oh yeah, we already know how to. We didn't have to struggle through like, what's the solution?
Yes, right. Alright, so let's send the line parts to the other thing. Yay, it works. So unwrap. So we'll have our log thing going. And then we have our other thing that's going to receive the stuff. Does this work?
So this whole like ready stuff and async stuff, I was expecting that to be a massive like hassle and learning curve and stuff, but it hasn't. It's like, oh, we got two things running currently.
Yeah.
No. Although now we're doing communication and like data and stuff, so see how that goes.
Alright, so we should get the line parts, yeah? What do you think?
Receive logs.
Oh, sorry, were you reading it?
wait, receiving, and print wherever.
Uh,
And what's the sender side?
Send
Get log,
aside, get logs, await the thing,
send. Cool. Yep,
but
that's what
it's
we
not
want.
working. It's not working.
Print where we get to in the sender.
Hmm. We don't get there.
Oh. Hmm. Do we get to get log?
Hmm.
No.
No? What the hell?
What? Are we not spawning it properly? Go on async move get log.
Oh! Whoops.
Lol.
Of course.
uh, it's like you want not awaiting it to be a keyword.
You know what happens in Python? It throws you an error message, or a warning being like, hey, you didn't await this. Are you sure?
Hmm. Oh, is that if your main exits?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It just like will tell you, hey, you didn't do this.
I mean, there's times where you do want to do that, but
Yeah. So yeah, you do get that problem. You can suppress it, but like, you know. Cool, we're communicating. How do we communicate back though? Like, what if we want this to stop?
I think we need to make a separate channel.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah, that makes sense because the message in the other direction will be a different thing. Like you're not going to send the line parts the other way.
Yeah. So this get logs will take a receiver to. This is so cool.
Yeah, it's working.
Like,
I thought there would be problems.
yeah, I thought this would be way harder. So
Like
we'll just.
especially after the lifetime thing, which I guess turns out we were going down the wrong path anyway.
Yeah, but that was
like
so good to experience though. Like that's the pure Rust. That was
like,
the pure Rust
it's kind of
experience.
nice that it's really sort of simple syntax answer is kind of the right answer. That's a part of Rust's favor.
All right, so let's actually try to introduce some I/O where we're gonna like do a key press. It's gonna listen to a key press.
That's where you want your article.
Yeah. So how do you listen to key presses?
You still have your regular standard in, right?
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I didn't actually make use of it, so maybe I can just.
Let's just have another like async thing that's just printing standard in.
Wait, what's the difference though between this and standard in?
This would be.
Oh, as a file pipe to application, for reasons standard in is implemented by ordinary blocking read on separate thread. It's possible to cancel that read. This makes the shutdown of the runtime hang until the user presses enter for interactive uses. It's recommended to spawn a thread user. Okay. In IO stood. We could just try the normal way for now. See what happens. So we just read line. Introduce that, read line, and then we call that. So we want to actually have like another separate loop that's communicating between them. Yeah, so this guy, get logs, is not going to do it. Is going to receive it, sorry, the bool. But the Yeah, so this thing that's like while truing, it's just going on, and we need another separate thing. And that's going to transmit the ball. But it's got synchronization stuff. Isn't that going to break our thing if it's got like synchronization stuff? You there?
It didn't lock.
Yeah.
What does that do? I guess that means two threads won't be reading from standard in at the same time.
So that is actually good, right?
Yeah, and that shouldn't break out Tokio. You should only have one thing
Yeah.
reading.
How do I compare strings? Whatever. Is it capital true? I have no idea how to do Boolean. I think it's lowercase. Yeah. And so does this need to be in like a loop as well?
Probably not all of it. Just yeah, I think the first two lines.
Oh, the lock is like requiring a mutex guard on something.
How does it know about the lock?
Because, yeah, I don't know. Should I use Tokio IO standard in or whatever?
Maybe.
How to use this? I like how they have no example.
Let's just not do lock.
Oh, do I call a wait here? No.
Don't you want to be like reading?
Yeah. Read. Oh, so I have to read toString. How do I copy this?
Copy them.
I'm trying to import the trait. Can I borrow multiple? Alright, fair enough. Hey, look at that. Hey, cool logs.
Do it. Do the dog.
How do I?
Dog.
Wait, what did I actually do?
Yeah, what does dog do?
I send true. Oh, I don't do anything with it.
No problem.
What? Can't do it like that, you reckon? Oh, wow. Yeah, this needs to be... Yeah, every iteration we're gonna like just do this. So we just wanna await the receiver, RX. What? What?
Go on. See what happens.
If let some will escape equals that.
Is it an option?
Yeah, the receive returns an option T, yeah. So you gotta like check whether it is got something. Breaking, and then I will break.
So it's a future of an option?
Yes.
Why is it both? What's the option part?
The option part is that on this receive, we'll return an option to say whether you have received something or not.
Option means it could be closed.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah.
Sorry? Yeah, it's not working because it's awaiting.
Yeah.
So I need to make another spawn. Like I need to spawn this separately.
What was the interface of future again?
Pole next or something.
That's what you want.
Why? So I can
Because
call
if
it
you
in here?
away, it won't do anything until it gets value.
Okay.
It locks away the blocking.
Context. What the hell is that?
Mm.
I don't know what context is.
How do you call poll inside an async function? How to get the context in a Tokio async function? Because we would have a context, I'm sure. Like, I'm guessing it's like the secondary stuff. There's probably like a different way of doing this.
Yeah, I don't like this way.
This is too low level. There's probably like a Tokyo help function.
So it would have to be on this receiver thing. Right?
No, I think it's to do with features. You want to query the future. You want to poll the future. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, runtime. Ew. This is too complicated.
Mm. In JavaScript, you wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah? What's the limitation?
You can't poll promises.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'd have no interface into them. True.
You can only then.
So they write a future, which I don't really want to do. Because I've got... Oh, yeah? Yeah. This is really talking about how async works, which I don't really know I want to go into.
So I guess the question is, how do you send the kill signal to async form thing? Cancellation is performed by dropping the feature.
So they have a select, and they have the channel type stuff.
That's probably one. Yeah.
So we will spawn the logger.
This is like Go.
Yeah, it's very similar to Go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Select.
Select. So we select, and we're going to do logging, which will send our thing closed. So they close the transmission. Yeah. But I want to like send it to the actual function rather than... I guess I can't. I would have to do it outside of it.
Wait, what? Show me the example again.
So they're just waiting for the producer to close because it's just a one shot, which means just one sending. Whereas like our one is not like that. I mean, we can make it one shot, which essentially allows us to use this pattern actually. Like if we did do that, we could
We want to select on like receive or something like that.
yeah. So this is how I'm proposing we do it.
I feel like we need to see more examples of select, because I reckon, yeah, we want to see select used on the MPFP. I'm sure it's more versatile. Yeah. Oh, actually, go back. What's the second select? Try that. Try just the E. And this would go inside the get log.
Oh, not outside of it?
Nah, because you want to kill get log. You want to hold it.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, out here it's just a waiting get log.
So like
You want to do
huh?
You want to get log?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad. So I want to do it in the loop, right?
Mm-hmm. But
I want to keep doing these things.
that's not part of the select operation. The select is for checking RS2.
Yeah, right. So
Still want it.
yeah, I know.
Modified.
But...
I can pull it out and select.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Just kill that second branch. It's not doing it. What's the error? Not a feature. Oh, wait, what? It needs to be a feature? That would be down then? Maybe it only works with one shot.
Maybe?
Yeah, why is it expecting feature?
Wow, it really doesn't like that one.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see if it works.
Why is this saying unreachable?
Unreachable. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Put it in A.
Sorry?
Put it in the
Put it in the what?
in the if let.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Do if let for the okay. No, in the existing if.
Uh,
That is,
this one?
yeah, if let. Okay. Because it doesn't like that. It's complaining about the destructuring in the select. They probably can't.
You want me to do this?
Yeah.
It's not. Um.
And then, yeah, because I think it's not compatible with the one in 939.
We'll exit as a bool though. Like, look, it's right there. I already destructured it.
Oh, I thought it was unhappy with that. Okay.
um. Is it not mutable?
I think this is referring to the reference itself.
Of the bull?
Um, now, like RX2 is a reference, and I think it's like reference, mutable reference to reference.
I don't know what to put. I'm confused.
I feel like it's not happy with the OK pattern matching because it was alright with it before. So maybe just do the pattern matching inside the block.
You there?
Maybe it can't do a true.
Hmm.
What will exit? Result or
Oh, sorry. If let. My bad.
maybe it can do the true.
It's the same error though.
Oh, it's it. What? How come? What?
They don't have it in a loop though. They have it outside the loop. So it's like,
Oh yeah, the loop might be strange. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I was thinking putting it outside because,
Because do you think the loop is moving it or something?
well, it's a reference to it, right?
Hmm.
So it should just
Yeah, I
use
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, that's why I thought if I have the let here, I mean the select here, and then I just read from the thing. You there?
Needs a bang.
Oh, right. Thanks. Yeah, so the case where um, okay, true. Yeah, that's not gonna work. uh,
Where's the logs?
where's the what?
Where's the logs?
Because it's
Why don't we see any logs?
you have to wait something.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like with this Tokyo select, maybe. I don't know.
Is it calling get log?
No, because we don't even see get log.
True. Oh, I know why. RX2 has no value, so it never goes into branch.
So this needs to return false. Sorry, this.
The select is not going to do that branch if RX2 has memory.
Right. So do I just make another?
You need to be calling select in the loop.
What the? Sorry?
You need to be calling this select in the loop.
Really? But it's gonna have that move problem, right?
Sure, that's the thing to resolve. Maybe we don't use select, but the check has to happen inside. There's no way. And the loop inside get logs, because you want to interrupt get logs while it's in the middle of looping.
Yes. I understand that logic. I was just experimenting, but.
Okay.
But I was thinking you spawn this and then you call this IO handler on a separate thing. Yeah. Maybe one shot's not the way to go.
We need to figure out how to call a MTFT in an async function. We basically want maybe read, and it returns an option. Like a different option. An option of option, I guess.
How come this one doesn't call await?
Priority. Whoa, what's that? That's probably what we want. Yeah, we want a synchronous thing, not a async thing.
Goodbye.
That was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
That was a big go. I like select.
this.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be here to see it.
No.
I want you to be sad.
What happened?
I want you to remain because
Oh wait, did it quit? No. Huh. I send here. Like I could do this, but I don't think I need to, right?
No, shouldn't need to. What do you get out of try receiving?
T or a try receive error.
So presumably we're getting error. What's the error?
Is there a way to just print the error?
You need it in a variable. I mean, I think you just print the result.
Oh, the device switched off. Yeah, but it didn't exit or give me an error because it was awaiting. It was awaiting the next line. Yeah, of course. It should really do this first.
Well, the moment it gets a line, it's gonna
Yeah, it's gonna wait.
it's
This.
effectively the same.
Yeah.
But it should still like quit to give an error.
Yeah. I might just try and run it while it's loading and just right quit.
Empty. Yeah. It needs to get a line for it, right?
Yeah. Eh. Stupid thing. It's like in this weird state now. Come on. God. It's like hung. Alright, it's connected. No. No.
It's still empty, I guess.
Why?
Why is it empty?
I guess my IO handler is not really working.
What's IO handler?
Like, we haven't really tested this.
Yeah, put a print in
Yeah.
I guess. I guess maybe print buffer as well.
Yep.
Like outside the.
Meow, meow. Meow. Lol.
Oh, that might be the problem. Oh,
So it's printing this guy. Wait, so I can't actually put any std in.
oh, there's no await here.
Yeah, because we're using the normal std in, right? How do you
Seems like
await?
a problem. You want to be awaiting like the next line.
Ah, maybe that. How is it still printing stuff?
I'm confused.
I like... What's val?
Maybe you should delete.
Ah, right. Oops. There we go. Let me just get rid of those prints, because that was confusing. Alright, so now I'm awaiting.
Why is it error so much?
Because we're looping and printing that here.
Wait, what happened to the log?
I commented it out, so I could see this work. Actually, let's just comment out get logs, because we just want to see. We want to see.
Wait, what's received logs? What is that?
Receive logs,
What's the difference between get logs and receive logs?
because this thing is transmitting it via message passing to that function. That's what we were testing.
Okay, yeah, forgot.
Oh, so this has to return a result, and that result is. Oh, it doesn't really matter, but the weight is important. And then this buffer, we should be printing it and seeing what we get at least. Yeah, we're not getting anything.
Is the await not? Yeah, the await's not finished. Is there like a read line?
For student? There's read to string, there's read to end. I mean, this one seems fine.
When does it stop reading?
All right. Good question.
Read all bytes until EOF.
End of file, right. So I want something that reads till new line, right?
Yeah, you want read line.
There's a crate.
Hmm.
I don't want to watch a YouTube video. Oh, it says you have to lock it? What? Oh, buff reader. Ah, buff reader.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did use that in our other thing somewhere.
I feel like if it's got read the string, it can have read line.
Nah, they made it such that a lot of this stuff you need to import separately.
Mm. This is where Python is a bit nicer to use.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. It's basically.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, we got the. There we go.
This is so cool. Yes!
Yeah. There we
Yes! Yes!
go. Oh, a minute.
Hold on.
Yeah, we don't need the error stuff anymore.
Why does it say key press?
Mm-hmm.
It still printed it because it comes after. I think.
But it didn't break.
No, it did. It did.
Wait,
Oh,
but why does it print?
because
Is it
this.
because async?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm.
I am quitting. I have quit.
We should never hit that, right?
Why not?
'Cause, how do you get there?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I meant to do it here.
Yeah.
This is so cool. How cool is this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you impressed?
And it's Rust, which is like means you're in the best language.
In the best language.
You know, when you're in Python or JavaScript and stuff, like it's nice to use, but you know, you got so many performance come from it.
Yeah, so we learned that try receive is what you do.
Yeah. And MPSDs
Yep. And there's a select if we want to go there.
Transmitter receiver just works. Yeah, so this whole sync and send stuff is fairly invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, given everything like has it. You don't
Yeah.
really need to worry about it.
Ah, that was good. That was
Or
a
at
good
least you
session.
don't need to like write code about it.
All right, I'm gonna end the recording.